Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another fine edition of Pirate Scum Gaming KDF Fleet Holdings Tour series. Tonight is the last video in this series, and we will be covering the KDF Fleet Research Lab and KDF Fleet Colony. So as you can see, we are parked outside of the Research Lab out in the beautiful Delta Quadrant. So let's go ahead and beam inside and we'll get the tour started. Alright, let's start this tour in the main room in the center here. This is kind of the nerve center of the whole research lab. Over here to your left we have the bank access, the mail access, and the exchange over here. And there's a few consoles that line the back walls, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. Right here is your ship repair contact. And this is the console that everyone comes here for. The Trait and R&D Project Slot Store. Now this is where you come to get your extra space trait, as well as your ground traits, and as you can see here, the R&D Project slot. So basically, when you come here, you're unlocking the 5th Starship trait, as well as your reputation trait slots, the 5th one here. Alright, moving right along here. You have your doctor here, to heal your injuries when you get your ass kicked on ground. That doesn't happen that very much for me, but you know, I usually carry generators with me. So moving up this door, let's head over here. This is the development lab. So if you go straight ahead here, we have a duty officer contact. And you get to do the applied space-time manipulation officer. Basically, by doing this, you get extra science XP, engineering experience points, your regular experience points, expertise, as well as research XP bonus pool. I highly recommend you doing this. That takes about 18 hours to run. I highly recommend everybody doing this one. That way you can really get your R&D stuff done. Alright, over here we have the kit frame store. I really have never used any of these versatile kit frames before. And you see, like the science one, you can get an engineering trait with engineering ability called weapon malfunction. Engineering one will get a tactical trait. And the tactical kit will give you a science trait. Alright, talk to this guy here. These are daily R&D assignments. Again, I highly recommend you getting these done. These will help level up your R&D schools. And lastly, we have your science console store. This is very important for you science captains. This is where you come to get these really cool consoles. The restorative particle focuser and the exotic particle focuser. As you can see, each one does something different. The exotic particle synergy is 25% chance plus 6% bonus exotic damage for 30 seconds. I do like this is my favorite one to use on science ships. And these ones will give a heal on use of exotic damage. Honestly, I do mix and match them. That way, because science ships are notoriously kind of squishy. So a little bit extra bonus healing and definitely a lot of bonus. That was what I'm looking for. Exotic damage is always a good thing. Alright. We are moving right along to the conference room here. There's some pretty cool things in here. Yeah, there's a big You have a big conference table, yada yada yada, but there's also these things on display. Yeah, like kind of like a Hellraiser puzzle box looking thing. Have your bottle of viscous red fluid, which I wouldn't recommend messing with, because you don't know what that is. And here, everyone knows this thing, especially if you're a Back to the Future kind of person. That's right, it's a flux capacitor. That's pretty cool. Again, you have some kind of sciencey doohickey over here. Nice, nice expert term there, huh? A cage with what looks like Borg parts in it. And that's pretty much it here for the conference room. Let's go over here and take a look at some other sciencey doohickeys. You get the strange, ominous device here in the cage, which I'm pretty sure is in a cage for a reason. Wouldn't go poking around that thing. You never know what's going to happen. Alright, moving right along to the last area here. Have your research area. Okay, here is your bridge officer vendor and duty officer store. Here's where you can buy Credum duty officers. Fleet Credum researcher, you get a very rare random one. And he says the trait there is perfectionist, used in Fleet Research Lab duty officer assignments and R&D school specialty diverting on yada yada yada. You can read it. Alright, here we go. We have the secondary deflector store. These are actually pretty decent secondary deflectors. If you haven't gotten your R&D school to level 15 yet to craft your own, you can always come here and get one of the research lab ones, or, as I'll show you a little later, one of the colony ones. I recommend the deteriorating one because these ones that do bonus radiation damage. Alright, moving along over here, we have your tailor and store as usual. Here is your kit module store. There's really nothing all that special with these. You can make these. I mean, why blow 36k fleet credits on something you can craft yourself? But yet, if someone has their kit and R&D scoped to level 15, ask a friend. Alright, that pretty much covers it for the Fleet Research Lab. So let's go ahead and make our way to the colony world via the Fleet Starbase Transporter / Shuttle system. It is wipe or transwarp token when you don't have to. Next stop, colony world. Let's go ahead and dock here. And as usual, the Starbase is going to take its sweet time loading. I encourage everyone to use their Intra-fleet Transporter / Shuttle system. Like I said, why put a transwarp token when you don't need to? It's kind of stupid when you can get around pretty easily utilizing your Starbase. And as usual, just step off over the side over here. Next stop, colony world. And here we are in the beautiful Dranuur system, located on the north side of the Alpha Quadrant map, north of DS9. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in the transporter range so we can beam down. Come on now. Welcome to the Dranuur Colony. Alright, here is your security officer. This is your point of contact for beaming back to your ship or going back to the starbase. You can also use him to queue up the Dranuur Colony invasion scenario. This guy's a bit of a tool. I really don't like this guy all that much.
Need something?
Yeah, I need you to shut the hell up. That's what I need. Alright, so starting off here, we have this contact here, which will allow you to do the colony provision projects. Yeah, I've already done 2 of these today to help the fleet out, but you can collect luxuries, you can collect batteries, or you can collect ore. Now I'm going to do this luxury one towards the end of the video just to show you what that's all about. So stay tuned. Alright, moving right along over here, we have your usual fleet holding amenities. You have your bank access and your mail access. Alright, moving right along, let's go ahead and go up these stairs over here. First contact here, this is your science duty officer assignment contact. In case you need to do some science duty officer assignments. And over here, I could have come up these main stairs, but everybody does that. I prefer to come in the back way. You have your tailor contact, as well as store. And you can get your Dranuur Colony worker outfit. Ooh. But hey, like I said, Ground Barbie is the true end game, so hey, have at it. Alright, next up we have our space equipment vendor as well as the ground equipment vendor. As you can see, I am using one of the colony rifles right now. Let's show off this bad boy. It's a pretty cool looking ground weapon if you ask me. It's like a little carbine. I like the look of it. It does some pretty decent ground damage, but more than anything else, I like this thing for ground Barbie reasons. Yeah, that's it. Check your weapon. You always gotta check your weapon. Make sure it's primed and ready. Alright, let's start off with the Space Vendor store. You have your Elite Fleet Protomatter Warp Core. These are pretty decent. I've used these before. Got some pretty good results off of them. And you can see they're pretty inexpensive, so this is a good starting point if you're looking for start a endgame build, but you don't have all of your reputations quite done yet. Same can be said for the Singularity Core for those of you who do use those. The deflector is a must-have for any DPS build. This is the best deflector in game for DPS right now, solely for the coal crit. You see, you get better stats in space. You'll be able to see more accurate. It gives you crit severity and crit chance, and some other pretty good. There's other pretty good mods on there. I happen to use this one myself. I have one fully upgraded. Ah, there. See, it is right here. This is what it looks like fully epicked out. Secondary deflectors I spoke of earlier. This is the preferred secondary deflector for EPG Science torpedo boats because it has the additional projectile weapon damage along with the other standard science-y things on the deflector. I always recommend using the deteriorating one for the radiation damage. The shields are pretty okay. Engines, I've never used them, so I can't really say one way or the other if they're good or not. Same goes for the torpedoes and energy weapons. And these tactical consoles are what tank captains use above anything else. These are what you're looking for if you're looking to build a tank. I run these. Every tank captain I know runs these for the sole thing of the protomatter matrix infuser. Chance to gain a stack of hull shield healing when activating special firing modes for projectile weapons. Now I use anti-proton variant of this. So let me find it. Tell you what. There we go. See, this one activates on energy weapon firing mode. So as a tank captain, you're spamming FAW pretty hard. So every time you activate fire at will or torpedo spread, you have a chance for that restorative protomatter matrix to go off. And you'll know it as proc because you get this green field around your ship. Alright, let's go to the ground weapon menu. I showed you you can see the one I already have. Alright, see that you have ground armor, shields, pistols. You can see the rifle that I'm carrying, an assault weapon for pulse waves, and miniguns. Kit frames, kit modules. I've never used the kit frame and the kit module, so I can't speak to as how good or not good they are. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give you bad information because that's just not how I am. I do recommend the rifles. The rifles are actually pretty damn good. I have the Disruptor variant as well as the Tetrion variant. And I'm using the split beam because I like to be able to hit multiple targets at once. Alright, heading on over this direction, you have your ship repair contact as well as your medical officer for healing ground injuries. And around the corner here, you're going to find your exchange. It's in a weird place on the colony. I know, it is not with the bank and the mail. I found that kind of weird when I first discovered it. Alright, moving right along over here, you have your security officer duty officer contact. He's not too happy right now. He'd rather be at the summer festival, and I won't let him go. And you have this guy here. This is your tactical officer, duty officer contact. And over here, this console over here, you can do the battery provision collection. And over here is the stairwell going back downstairs. So let's go ahead and head up to the upper levels. I'll show you what's over there. Follow me! Got a pretty cool statue over here. These waterfalls are actually pretty cool. Just kind of stand and chill out and watch them if you're looking for someplace to kind of sit and think. But I can't do that because if I stand here and watch that waterfall, it makes me want to go to the bathroom. You know how that goes. Another statue over here. It's around the corner. And this way. Yeah, we have some more duty officer contacts over here. Yeah, you can commission duty officers here. That's always good to know. And you hail Lieutenant Stas. You have a duty officer store. Alright, and over here, we have another important addition to the colony. The bridge officer trainer. These is always a good thing to have and know where these guys are at. Now, I showed you guys on the Starbase video where he's at. So you got one here on the colony too. That's always a good thing. Well, let's go take a look and see what's over here. Ooh, we got another contact. This guy's important. This is where you recruit your Kentari bridge officers. And the main reason I say these guys are worth their weight in gold is this Kentari ferocity trait. 2 self plus 2% bonus all damage for 15 seconds. So yeah, once these stacks start building up, you're going to see a big difference in DPS. Trust me on that. Alright, now we got to take a look at these guys up here. Again, there's that waterfall that make you want to go to the bathroom. Let's head downstairs here. Yeah, let's move along over here. Okay, we cover these two guys. And that. So let's go ahead and go take a look at that provision contact. We'll go ahead and do that. Collect luxuries. Alright, now if you look at your mini-map here, you can see where you can collect these. Now there's one right here right by the shuttle base, so let's go ahead and do that one. As you got to talk to the Ferengi over here. Trade for luxuries, here we go. And this is the Omega minigame. And for those of you who are good at the Omega minigame, you could nail this in one go. I mean, I never said I was good at it. There we go, we got our luxuries. So let's go ahead and donate that. But to do that, click on your fleet tab. Holdings. I already have the colony world selected, and as you see, the luxury provision is already illuminated, so go ahead and hit contribute. And Bob's your uncle. There you go. That's how you do that. Easy peasy and or lemon squeezy. Alright, so that pretty much covers the colony. Now I encourage you to go explore this colony world because it's quite expansive. I got all kinds of things all over the place, and the nice thing is you can actually use your power board from the summer event to get around. Did I mention there's a bar? And over there, in the distance there, you can see where you can do the ore refinement provision contact. And there's other places all throughout here where to do the batteries and other ore processing. It's like I said, the colony here is actually very expansive. So I highly recommend you go ahead and explore it. And let's see, I should have my power board here. There we go. Now I'm going to show you around here. I'm going to take the power board out on the water. I'm going to show you around all the different little areas here to end the stream. Or this video, rather. Good lord. Alright, away we go. And over here is one of my favorite areas to hang out. There is a knockout bar right here. This is a cool bar. And on that note, I want to thank you for watching this series, subscribing to my channel, and listening to this thing. I hope you guys got a lot out of this series. So if you like this content and would like to see more, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you guys can know when I drop new videos. Expect this video out at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday morning. So until then, I'm going to take it easy, and I suggest you guys do the same. Until then, remember, don't go by the book, think like a pirate. Good night, everybody.